All right, today we will make Scandinavian art. Have you seen Scandinavian art before? Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures of what I have. I've not put this on the group. So these are pictures of some Scandinavian artists. I don't really know their names, but they are very graphic images. See these? So I'm going to help you make pictures like these. Can you see the different animals here? We have what looks like maybe a bear. Then there's a bird here, which looks like maybe an owl. Two owls here. More bear, maybe a fox. Then how about this one? See, it's a very sweet, simple design, simple colors, not too many colors. This is, I think, a painting by a famous Scandinavian artist, but I really don't know who they are. They've written some dates over here, and it's all written in a language that I unfortunately do not understand, but I'm going to find out more. But look at the painting. Such a simple painting, well divided into sections, lovely trees, very simple house, and just a few colors, hardly any green. You have reds, pinks, and then blue, purple, just very little deep green. So we want to keep the colors limited. Don't put too many colors. And then we have this one. This is also very sweet. So this looks like the artist's name, Olivia Gibbs. I hope it is. And maybe you can write this down somewhere in your book and actually find out more about this artist, where she's from, and what kind of art she does. So I'm going to help you create something like these, but we are going to make our own. So you look at pictures like these, and then you can create something of your own. You can choose your own colors, you can choose your own patterns like these and see how you want to paint them. All right. But whenever you use an artist's work, it's good to write which artist's work you have studied, what changes you have made, when the artist made their work. So whenever I find this information, I'm going to share it with you, and then you can write it in your books. All right. Okay, so let's start. So we're going to first draw the shapes with pencil in our book. And maybe we can make them all fit into each other. Some animals over here, some animals here in different sizes. And let's start from the left. So first, let's make this big U shape. It's like a trough. And then you can make a shape like this. And right in the center, we can make a rectangle. Inside that, we will make a longish, like a nose. Now we'll put two eyes somewhere. Should we put them on the side, or let's put them over here. Make a triangle space like this for the nose and make a semicircle. This is the chin. Make two D shapes on the top. And now we will just make circles around the face like this. And we will put some kind of pattern inside. Now we need the bear. I think this looks sufficiently like a bear, right? So we need the bear also to have a body. So how about let's make its arms like this. Now everything we make should fit in a rectangle. So we will make two long arms. And because a bear is...
Now the rectangles that I made, my circles are not fitting in it.
Sorry, I don't get it. What did you say?
The rectangle that I've made, the two circles that you've made is not fitting.
Is one circle fitting?
Yes, like barely.
Okay, so fit one circle. That should be enough. Okay, so now we've got its arms, and maybe we can make its body like this. Sorry, not here. And then its legs underneath. And let's put some lines on its body like this. And in this, we will put some patterns, like let's put some triangles over here. I already have one vertical line here, so maybe I can make some squares. And in the squares, we can make, what can we do? We can make, I know, we can make crosses in this square and fill the crosses with, alternately with different colors. I'll show you how to do this. Then we can make what are called scallop shapes. And inside that, we can make one more shape if you have the space for it. Now, Kyra, remember, please make your picture big. If you make it really tiny, we won't be able to fit any prints. And if you have made this one tiny, then don't make too many details. Don't make too many designs. The next one we can make big. Okay, this one we can make vertical lines. Just vertical lines are enough. And in the next one, maybe we can make these scallops pointing upward. Now in the rest of the body, you can actually put triangles because that will look like fur. See? It's a simple design. Just rows of triangles. One below the other. And the triangles are all pointing downward. Now here's the thing, if we want our picture to look truly Scandinavian. Now, do you know what Scandinavian means? Anyone? If there's a parent around, please don't ask them.
I think Scandinavia is a country.
You're very close. Anyone else wants to guess? You can guess. So we keep saying Scandinavian art must be a country. That is perfectly right. Scandinavia is a group of countries. These are all the countries in the north. So that's north of Europe. So you have Sweden. I think there's Norway and Denmark and maybe Finland. We need to check that. All right, now for the legs, you can make big triangles like this. Yes, Abir?
I can fit only 2 triangles for the fur.
All right, that is fine. Fit as many as you can. Don't do much. Now we can fit in some more triangles on his face. Although I hope this does not make him look like a lion. That'll look very weird. I don't think there are lions in Scandinavia. And some more lines here. Now, these lines we can paint in 2 different colors. I'm going to show you how. Okay, Ruhan, you've just joined. So if you can make this shape, try it, or just wait a bit. I'm going to make another shape before we start painting this. So you can make that one first and leave some room on the left of your paper to finish this afterwards. Okay? Okay, now the next, tell me when you're done so we can make the next animal. All right, now leave some space between this design and the next one. We'll come here and fill it up. And here we are going to make a bird, maybe like a chicken. So start again a little lower than the top so we can put in some design here. And make a shape like this again, a very, very wide U shape. So let's see how wide it is. My whole hand can fit in this. It's like a big bowl. All right. Next one. After this, from one side, we are going to make it round and the other side, we're going to make it flat. So look at how I'm making this. I am taking the left side outward just a little bit. This is going to be our beak. Then bring the head down here. I want you to see this. Then make a small U shape. And here, bring it outward like this. Now don't finish the top yet. Don't finish this top. Just keep it like this. Now this is how we will make the detail on the bird. You can take the line up to make the beak. Then we can make a teardrop shape for the eye. And then like we made the shapes on the bear, we again make shapes over here. Just make some lines and you can make them flat actually. Don't make them rounded. Sorry, I should not have made them rounded. Just make them flat. So one flat line like this, and then one on this side here and here. maybe also here. And then from the top, you can make some feathers like this. So start with one line in the center of this, the back of the bird. In fact, we can, no. Then again, divide that into two parts. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. This way you can evenly distribute your feathers. And then again, put a line right in the middle. This is already looking quite nice, so we may just leave it like this. Or let's round these parts out now, like this. Just make sure that your line is clean on top. And again over here, we can fill in all sorts of details, like we can make more shapes like these. On the neck, we can maybe make a, smaller line and make small triangles, big triangles, squares. You can also divide this into two lines and make squares and color every alternate square if you want. Then we can make a shape like this, which is like half a circle. And we can also make half a circle here so that it looks like wings. And somewhere in the middle, you can give it long triangular legs like these. That's it. Don't make anything else. You know what? We could also give it one more line here and some feathers at the bottom. And maybe you can also have some dots like these. A lot of birds have dots on them. We could also have dots here. Why not? Like we make triangles, we make circles and dots. And we will make an eye somewhere like this. That's it. Okay, now can you think of any other animals? How about let's make a horse? I think horse is beautiful. Yes, Abir?
This looks like a lion.
It does look like a lion. You're right. So I don't know. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Now we've made a lion. Okay, how about making a horse or do you want to make a dog? Do you want to try making your own animal now? So let's see what
Oh,
happens. Okay, let's see what happens. Here we made a shape that is upside down U. What if we make, oh, sorry, this is a right side up U. What if we make a shape that is an upside down U? And what if we add a rectangle shape to this. Okay, is this looking like something? Maybe extend the legs a little bit. We could, instead of this shape, how about this is all this is fine. What if we added a shape up here? Will that make a difference? So we've got this. Where can we add a shape? What if we add a shape on this corner? Maybe a square here. Will that work? Should we make it a triangle? Will that work?
We can add a tail to make it look like an elephant.
Oh yeah, it could be. Yes. Scandinavian elephant. Okay, why not? Let's try making this horse. 1 minute. I'll show you how to make a horse. Because I'm sure a horse would be easier. We draw a semicircle from here. This goes straight. Then we have its ears, which is a triangle. And just make a rectangle which comes and joins like this. See, this does look pretty much like a horse. And we could draw a line like this. So we still stick to the straight lines. And in this now, okay, we can do something else. See here, instead of these patterns, we can draw other stuff. Or we could do the same thing. We can do patterns. I quite enjoy the patterns. And we could have two legs behind also like that. So then the design looks a little more complete. Now the horse's feet are like this. So you can make a quarter of a circle like that. And then we can make a separate design on the front and back leg. And there's a chance that our horse might look like a zebra, but it's okay. Those are still horses. They're still the same, I think, very close to each other. Horses, donkeys, zebras are very close to each other. Okay, let's start putting in our patterns. Now, whenever you have large spaces, you can put new patterns like I made these lines and I'm going to put triangles on one side. See, this becomes a new pattern. It looks rather nice. So just remember to keep your patterns simple. Don't make them too complex. And in some places, we won't even make patterns. You just paint the whole thing in one color.
We have a lot of burly, visibly intense, second again, bring the robust sort of.
Okay. Now, while we are drawing these patterns, I want you to think about the colors that you're going to choose. Use just about 4 colors and make shades of those. Don't use too many colors. So you can use red, orange, blue, and light blue, or green, dark green, light green, dark green, blue, or you can also use black and white. So those will come 2 more colors and see what you come up with. Okay, are we ready to paint? Now you can color this in whatever medium you want to. And one thing you can do is in some places you can color the background in one color, a light color, and then paint the dark color on top of that. So I just want to show you one of those samples. Now this bear, I'm using a light cerulean blue to paint his whole arm. What we have drawn as the arm. And once this dries, I will paint the triangles with either a darker blue, it could be the same color, but thicker paint so it looks darker, or I will paint it in black. So my colors are going to be light blue, dark blue, that's cerulean blue, cobalt blue, red, and maybe yellow ochre. That's this color, yellow ochre, red, and these 2 blues, and maybe black. And some sections I'm going to leave white. And all my animals are going to be colored in those shades. So look for 4 colors and black. White will be your paper color. Let's see now. I have the same color. How about I paint Now here's another thing I can do. Instead of painting the wings all blue, I can also leave some part close to the line. See, I am painting close to the line and leaving distance from the other side where the other line comes. See? So I will get white lines between my blue. So that way I've made one pattern, but I am painting it in such a way that I get a different pattern altogether. See, this is a clever way of painting one thing and getting two things out of it. The rest of the bird, I will.
Ma'am, what's the color for those lines on the bird? I wasn't there. I went to get my water.
That one is cerulean blue. It's a light cerulean blue. But this shade here. Okay, then the rest of the bird, the body of the bird, I am making yellow ochre. Now, I don't know how these colors are going to look, but unless we paint them, we're never going to know. So let's just paint it and then see what looks good. So color combinations are quite an important factor whenever you're doing art. And you should always check how you like your color combination. Sooner or later, you will start having favorite colors. Do you have favorite colors already? Anyone? Nobody's got a favorite color?
Ma'am, I like purple color.
Very good. How about others? What other colors do you like? For the longest time, I just couldn't decide what was my favorite color because I would say something like, I love blue. And then I would see something in yellow and I'd think, oh, maybe yellow is my favorite color. Then I would see something in pink. And then I'd say, oh, pink is my favorite color. So it's after a long time, I realized that I do favor blue. And if I have to make any one thing in any one color, then I just go and paint it in blue. So that's an indication, I guess. Now, whenever you're painting this, always change the brush according to the size of the area you have to paint. All these things I painted with a 4-number brush. But now I want to paint something that's really tiny, these triangles. So I'm going to paint that with a very small brush because I don't want too much color flying all over the place. I could probably use the same technique over here also. Leave a little section from this edge and then paint the inside section even smaller. So I get 4 colors where I could otherwise have got just 3. So this is called negative painting, when you paint around a line, and that can look very pretty too. Those of you who are working with watercolor, or actually even if you're working with color pencils, you can change the shade by making the color a little darker or a little lighter by adding a little more water and less pigment, or then adding more pigment and less water, so that it becomes a different shade. And if you have one color, you can easily first paint that one color in a lot of places, not all places, because very often you don't know what is going to look good in different places. So paint a few places where you know that's going to look good. And if you're in doubt and you want to decide later, come back and decide afterwards. See this design, this is what I was telling you. This is a very nice design to paint. Now, some places we will paint, we have 4 colors to choose from, or in fact, black and white as well. So 6 colors. So you can change these shapes or decide how to paint them in different places. Now, I haven't even touched red yet, but I'm doing the same thing over here. And perhaps I could make a red colored triangle design up here. Then I can make one like this, perhaps. So this design is good practice for us to make very accurate colors, lines, paint in a small space. Also, to see how colors work with each other, how color combinations can be built. So it's mostly like an experiment. When you go to a lab, you will find that in a lab also, they will take all the ingredients, put them together and say, okay, let me see what I can make from this. And then however you mix them together, you say, oh, okay, this looks this way, this looks the other way, or whatever. And that helps you to come up with solutions or also understand how materials work. That should be exactly how you do art. You should look at it and say, oh, okay, I like what these colors look like. I've never used them before, but I think they're nice. And let me make a color palette of it. So you note down the colors that you have used for a design that you really liked. Like in this case, we have cerulean blue, at least my design is cerulean blue, cobalt blue, scarlet, yellow ochre, and scarlet, yellow ochre, black, and white. And white, I'm not painting because my paper is white.
Ma'am, the area was red and I started painting there. So my color started bleeding into another.
Okay, never mind. Let it, don't paint anymore. Let the bleeding finish. Don't try to correct it. After it is done, we'll take a look at it and see what we can do about it. So since we are using black, if it does not look very good and the bleeding looks really bad, then maybe we can paint one or both sections in black. Okay, so don't panic. These things happen, but wait, and maybe even that the design that's bleeding might look good the way it is with that bleeding pattern. So let's wait and see what happens. Okay. Oh, I'm using the wrong color here. Oh, here's another thing we could do. These triangles don't all have to be in the same color. They could also be in different colors. So maybe we can start off with the deeper color on top, like how I've done. So sometimes, remember, now I, by mistake over here, in the last triangle, instead of a cobalt blue, I used cerulean blue. And I remembered that no, that blue is much deeper. But now I'm thinking maybe I can gradually change this color as it comes down from a dark to a light. Or I could just make all these triangles also different and see how that looks, and maybe put a red triangle in the mix as well. These kinds of accidents are great in art. They're never mistakes. Remember to leave some sections unpainted. That will be the white color in our paintings. This is looking so interesting. I have never done this before, painting different parts of a design, different colors. But I'm loving how it's looking. This is black. Ooh, it's looking so good. I think that's enough. I don't need to make more. Now, if you feel stuck after you've done a certain amount of designs on one animal and you feel stuck, go to the next animal and paint that. Then after some time, you can come back to the first animal and paint that. Now, even the feathers here, we can paint them just from the outline and leave a section in the center unpainted. So just make a shape like this. So automatically the inside section remains blank. Okay, how's everyone's Scandinavian animals doing? Good? Do you have would you like to share some stuff? Okay, let's continue then. Yes, Abir?
Can you see my
Yes, let's see yours. That is very beautiful. So nice. Now, Abir, I want you to paint very slowly. Wait till the previous color dries and then paint on top of that. It's coming out wonderful. Very nice. How do you like it? Are you not happy with it?
She's talking to you.
I am.
No, aren't you happy? You look very unhappy. So I'll tell you what, I can see that this whole patch has become very dark, right? The top of the bird's feathers. So I'm going to do the same thing for my bird and I'll show you how we can change our design. So it's okay if if you color the whole thing completely. See, I'm gonna make mine look a little bit like yours. So this whole patch has become red, but it looks nice because the red is very nice.
Ma'am, I have to
Now
go
after,
somewhere.
okay,
Can I go 10 minutes early today? I'll complete it in my
yes,
complete.
yes, go ahead. Not a problem. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Okay, now see, my bird is also looking like yours, Abir, right? Only thing is it's got these shapes on top. So you can make the shape on top of your red patch like that. Then it'll look like feathers and wait till it dries and I'll come back and I'll show you what to do with that. Okay? And
Thank you.
Abir, do you have color pencils?
Yes.
So I would suggest instead of paint, the rest of the animals and the designs, try making it with color pencil. Because I think you might be able to control the color pencil better. See, I do have color pencils. So if I were to take, say, a black color pencil or a blue color pencil, then I can make some of my designs in pencil much nicer. Like this design over here. I want to make tiny, tiny triangles in this. And with watercolor, now because I'm a slightly older person and I've used watercolor for many, many years, I might be able to do it a little better than people who've not used it for a long time or are just new to it. So use color pencils over there and it'll still look pretty. So this red will definitely look different from the other watercolor red, but it is still red. So it'll give a different look to my picture. And again, like I said, we have to treat this like it's a lab. Unless we do it, we won't know how it looks. Then when we have to make a real big picture that you want to maybe gift somebody, you won't know what colors to use unless you have done these little projects beforehand. See, this also looks nice. Then you can also do a combination of the two. Like I can make the bottom black, but I'll use my color pencil here to first make the outline. And then I'll make the outline of all these circles. Make them big. Don't make them too small. So even this requires practice. Being able to draw with a color pencil is also not very easy. So take your time and choose the medium that you know you can control best. And of course, once in a while, you should also challenge yourself. So use a medium that you want to learn to control well. Both are good. So with color pencil, you will get a texture like that, and that also looks nice. Always remember to hold your book when you are coloring, always. Don't keep your hand on your chin or hold something else or lean on your drawing. Always keep your hand on or holding your artwork like this. Then you will always make nice clean lines. Now here I'll make the neck again with pencil first. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to change this. Now this time I'm using a medium size brush and I'm going to paint over. And I will only paint a little distance away from my pencil lines. Don't go too close to the pencil line. You can always come back and color in the white spots with color pencil again. This is how I keep my work neat. So sometimes messy work is also pretty. Sometimes neat work is also pretty. You need to decide what you want and you should build your skills so that you can control that. And that'll only happen with time. So keep doing this, keep working on it. I think the feet can be made red and black. I would like to make that. Okay. Now, do you think you will be able to complete this during the week? Take your time, don't rush. And I will finish my painting in another day or two, hopefully tomorrow. And maybe you can see it then. Okay, let's see. Oh, nice. Good. I like the size. This is a good size drawing. Good. Your paper has come out of your book, looks like. Okay, be careful when you are picking up your book, okay? Yeah, Ruhan, let me see yours. Oh, very nice. Good job. This is coming out excellent. And Abir, let me see yours. Very good. That's coming out very nice as well. Now, I was waiting for this color to dry so that I could show you. Your horse is looking very nice also. Very good. So remember, we just limit your colors. If you want to use, say, a green or something here, then swap out one color that you've used in this combination and put a green there. So keep your colors, keep few colors. If you use too many colors, then it starts looking like a different kind of design. Okay? All right. Okay, so next week, if you want to do anything specific, again, we are doing some kind of travel related art. So let me know. Think of a country or a city that we want to make. Abdul, let's see yours. Nice. Very nice. Good. Okay, so next week, think of a city that you want to do. We can make another something about a city. We can make an artifact from there. We can make a monument. We can make food from someplace. Think about it and let me know. Okay? All right, I'll see you next week on Monday. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.